I think I'm exhausted from these intros and these outros of this collection. I thank God this is the last one. But if you're new to the channel, what up YouTube? It's the Ways and I'm Tia, and today we're back with another video, and this is the final leg of my collection and declutter video, second part of my eyeshadow palette collection. And declutter, I'm so excited, man. This took a while to get out to you guys, and I'm so sorry I was so absent during January, but I was preparing this all, and you know, full-time job, full-time mom, full-time pet mom, and yeah, whatever, wife. It's a lot, but I tried, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this collection and declutter. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell if you want to be updated every time I load a new video, or actually you should hit the notification bell so you can be updated every time I load a new video. Go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up if you're feeling the vibe on this channel, and let me stop talking because this is a long one and this is the final leg of my collection. So let go. So these next set of palettes are what I would consider like winter vibes. So yeah, that's how I kind of categorize these. So yeah, let's just get started. So this is by MAC Cosmetics. This is the Stranger Things palette. The Stranger Things palette. I love the packaging of this palette. Actually, it's not the Stranger Things palette. It's called the Void. It's the Void eyeshadow palette. Definitely keeping this in my collection. I appreciate the color story. I think that it's kind of grungy, kind of dark, kind of up my alley. So definitely appreciate this and keeping it. Definitely though, because it is Stranger Things. Let's be real. I have this little palette by Stila. Let me also say, as I've gone through this collection, I'm kind of embarrassed by how many palettes I have not used, as I have bought them, but I am going to use them. So that's what really matters. I just want to point that out. I already feel some type of way going through this collection and being like, dang, I haven't used that yet. This is one I haven't used. This is by Stila. This one is so pretty. I don't even know if you can get this. I love the tones in here. It's more green leaning, I guess. You have, you know, your matte green. I think it's just a very cute palette, very small. You have some shimmers. Like I said, I haven't used it, so I don't know the quality yet, but I will use it. Seems very travel friendly too. Might be one I actually take with me as well. Yes, if you can't tell, I'm very excited about Hawaii. Okay, so this is the Optimistic AF palette by BH Cosmetics. I don't know why they made it like this, but it's upside down. Like, actually, this is more fall vibes, so I don't know why this is in here, but yeah, this is more fall vibes or even summer vibes to me. Very pretty color story. I think I was gonna use it. I think that's why it's in here. In this particular box, but yeah, I love the tones. So pretty, good quality from what I can tell just by swatching. It feels like the other BH Cosmetic palette that I used. So very excited to try that palette, and definitely glad that I have that one in my collection as well. I was going to use this for my daughter's birthday. This is a Capricorn palette by Cara Beauty. I haven't used this one either, but I really am intrigued by Cara's brand. They sell a lot at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. Plus the color stories are really cute. But I wanted to use this because my daughter is a Capricorn, and I was going to do her makeup, or she was going to do my makeup, but that video did not happen in time. So we'll have to postpone it, but we'll probably still use this palette in that video. Super duper cute, very bright, very vibrant. Capricorn, forget karma, here is Capricorn, a busy bee settling by my own rules. My instincts move faster than light. Forgive or forget. Not here, darling. Yes, that is my daughter. My cousin too. I love them. So keeping that. Hopefully it's a good quality. I have another Tom Ford quad. This is my last one, I think, and this one is in Body Heat 03. This one is probably my favorite color story. It's really pretty. It's more taupey. vibes. Really, really pretty. Yeah, it's just more satin finishes. There's not really any mattes either in here. So that's probably why I haven't played with it. But this one is definitely gorgeous. And I can't wait to play with it. So sophisticated. All right, I have this little mini one by Urban Decay. This is the soundtracks, the 2000s, right up my alley. Okay, 1990, 90s and 2000s, 99 and 2000. This one's really, really cute. Here we go with that color again. We can't get away from it. I swear it's like 10 times over in my collection. But I love this orange kind of grungy shimmer. So pretty. Yeah, this is an all shimmer palette, but it's really cute and I really like it and I'm keeping it. Ooh, this one's really, really cute. I haven't got to use this yet, but this is Glam Metals. This is by Crown Cosmetics, but I just love this color story. Grungy, blue tones. You only have one matte, but they can match up well with other colors. Very dark shimmers. I love this palette. I think it's so pretty. Keeping that. Have used it a couple times. I have used this one and this one a couple times, just not on my channel, but in life, right? Regular life. All right, this is the Morphe Main Event 24 palette. I did have another big one like this, but I did declutter and give it to my daughters. It was more like a summertime vibes, but this one is really nice. It has a lot of cool tones, very taupey leaning kind of grungy vibes. These are also water activated liners at the bottom. These are pressed glitters, but they're really pretty. I don't know how much I'm going to use this palette, but it is aesthetically pleasing to my eye. This grungy yellow, like, yeah, mustardy yellow. Yeah, it's really, really pretty. Not the best quality, but so pretty. I'm definitely going to go ahead and keep that. I'm not doing good. It's okay. Next, we have the Natasha Denona Glam Palette. So good. This is one of my favorite palettes. I'm definitely going to bring this to you soon. Cool tone vibes for sure. Deep, nice shimmers. Just some elegant looks you can get out of this. Sophisticated, sexy, elegant looks. That's what I think about when I look at this palette. What is it? The Metropolis palette might take it by its horns and be my #1 palette, but for now I love this palette by Natasha Denona. All right, so I also have from the Travel Series from BH Cosmetics. This is the Paris palette. For one, my dog's name is Paris. I had to get it, but the color story is very pretty because even though it looks like a lot of purples and pinks, that's not the vibe I'm getting in this palette. Let's see if you can see it. There's a lot of blues in here. A lot of blues. There's still plastic on it, yeah. There's some mauve berry tones. You do have some purples. It goes from light to dark. You have some great mattes. I've heard good things about this palette, so I'm excited to try it, and I will be trying it very, very soon on the channel. Ooh, this is another one on my list that I've been wanting to try that I bought a while ago. This is by Nabla. This is the Dreamy 2 palette. Oh, look at this. Look. I think I'm a cool tone type of gal, so these really call to me, these color stories that we're looking at right now, just because a lot of them are really cool tone. This one's so pretty. I cannot wait. There are only 3 mattes, but they're all neutral type mattes. So I think you can really get some pretty looks out of this palette. You also have some satin type finishes down here. So I'm excited. I haven't tried Nabla's formula, so excited to try this brand out. I got that literally a year or so ago. Another BH Cosmetics from this saga, looking like a whole snack. Okay, this one, not so much my vibe, but I like the cool tones. This looks really red here, but this is very hot pink. More pinky, not purple. You have some taupes. This black has a nice shimmer to it. I'm trying, it has the plastic on it. Haven't used this one either, but very pretty and excited to try this palette. If it has the same quality as Optimistic AF, then I know we'll be good. Then we have the, I don't know. I get, this is the Festival palette by Juvia's. That's really pretty. I don't know if I consider this winter vibes, but I think because of the two black, the black and the blue at the bottom, it's kind of deeper shades. It could go very fall 2 vibes, but you can really do whatever you want. But yeah, so very pretty. Definitely keeping. Have not tried this palette. Oh my gosh, walk of shame. I think this is the worst batch of palettes. Maybe also because when I do Way Back Wednesday, this would be the first winter type vibes palettes. So that might be why too. This one's very sexy to me too. This is the Warriors 2 by Juvia's. This one's an all matte palette, but I love the tones. Love the tones. Gonna be able to create some awesome matte looks. This will also be a nice companion palette for a lot of the shimmers or duochromes that I have in my collection. So very excited to try this. This is more deep than you're seeing it. You have a black, you have a gray, you have a white. It's just, you have brown. It's perfect. Peaches. Very sexy. Very sophisticated. I have used this palette. I used this palette actually on my sister when she was going to a wedding. I don't know why I put this one in here, but this is the Natasha Denona Love palette. Maybe because Valentine's Day kind of is still in winter, or, you know, flowing into springy vibes. But this is the Love palette. Very pretty. Purples, pinks, reds, some gold. You have silver tones, so you can go a lot of different directions. But I think it's a really pretty palette. Great quality. I'm keeping all of these, so I don't know if we're decluttering anything else, guys. I just got this one. This is the Mary Jane palette by Milk Cosmetics. Oh, I can't wait to use this palette. I cannot wait to use this palette. It is a very cool tone, neutral vibe situation. I know I love the mattes from Melt, so I'm intrigued to try these shimmers. Not a lot of good reviews on this palette, but I'm excited to have it in my collection. Very, very pretty. And look at the packaging though. Yes. Then I have the Untamed palette by Sigma. Oh. So nice. This one's very, very sexy too. Very deep, very rich tones. I already know I love the quality of the Sigma shadows. You get the brush. Like, this is just, I think this is a classic Sigma. I'm so glad I got it. This is the first one that I bought. The packaging is fantastic. I cannot wait to play with this palette. It's coming. Like I said, it's winter vibes. It's coming. Keeping the Untamed by Sigma. Oh, look at this packaging. I think I might be a winter type of chick, okay? This is the Sultry palette by Anastasia. This is very, very cool toned as well. A little bit more neutral. You have some pops of pink and some really light shimmer. I don't know. It reminds me of the retro palette, or the glam palette, I'm sorry, by Natasha Denona. Very similar vibes, I think. Even has some vibes of the Mary Jane. Very pretty. Can't wait to use that. Plus the packaging. It's so pretty to look at. Okay. This is another Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is the Prism palette. Both of these, I believe, are discontinued that I just showed you. This one's really pretty, too. The chartreuse in there. Look at this green. Oh, so good. So good. I'm gonna put these two. I gotta put those together, y'all. It's coming. I'm gonna put those together. I haven't played with this palette. I bought it because I know it's one of the first ones that she dropped, and when I seen it, I was like, I have to get it. Sorry for blinding you. But I love the tones. I love the different directions that I feel like I could go in with this palette. It's inspiring, this palette, to me, honestly. And I love the packaging. So nice. It's probably gonna get really dirty fast. That's why I keep the boxes, but it's really cute with the velvet. Okay. Then I have this palette by Kaleidos and Angelica Ninkvist. I can't say her last name. Angie, a YouTuber here on YouTube. This was her collab palette. Look at this beauty. So good. The mattes are so deep. The shimmers are impactful and very, very pretty. When I bought this palette, I was like in love. Look at that. So good. So good. I really like Kaleidos. I'm ready for them to drop another big palette. Do I need it? No. Do I need it? I don't need it. And then the mattes are so deep and pigmented and buildable. It's just beautiful palette. Beautiful palette. It was a limited edition though, so you can't get that either. Unfortunately, but I do have a review on my channel. If you do have the palette, I did one palette 3 looks with this. I think I did 3 different videos though at the time. And then, oh, I guess I do have another Odin's Eye palette. This is the Saga of Freya. I think I bought this when I bought the other Angie collab because I have been eyeing this one for a while. This is the Cat's Breath. Look at that. The green, the orange, these like weird shimmers I'm ready to play with and jump and dive into. And I love the packaging, and it's so small. Like you can see, it's like not even the size of my hand. It's so pretty. So I'm excited to try this one. All right, well that was great. None to clutter in that section. I do have one more section, which is just my mini palettes. So let me clean these up and we'll go on to that and wrap up this video. Okay, there was some that I forgot about, so let's go through them really quick. They're ones that I just ranked recently from palettes that I used last year. But I put these in like a neutral category. Neutral, everyday color stories that I would use every day if I just didn't want to think about it and put something on. Not much color to them. So the first one I have is by NARS. This is the Cool Crush palette. So pretty. I talked about it in the ranking, but I love this palette. I think it's very sexy as well. Very sophisticated. Very like grown womanish. So I really like this palette by NARS. Then I have the Rust palette. Ah, this one was so good. So good. This is by Melt Cosmetics. So good. Grungy, warm, fantastic. I love this palette. I'm so glad that I picked it up. Definitely recommend this palette. I also have, so a lot of these are Melt. The Melt Gemini 2 palette. I just think it's neutral, everyday, grungy, berry vibes, mauve vibes with a hint of green. Fantastic. Fantastic matte. I love it. Gemini 2 palette by Melt Cosmetics. Keeping that. Then we also have the Gemini 1 palette. And you're probably thinking, does that look like the Rust? Let's compare. Because they're both very neutral, warm, well, more neutral leaning. Look at that. Okay, so they're different. This one has the greens and the mustard. You have a couple browns, but these lean more yellow. And then in the Rust palette, you kind of have some cooler tones as well. Some mauve vibes. Yeah, peachy vibes. I think they're totally different, but definitely paired together. Keeping both of those. I already said I was keeping the Rust, but I just want to compare them and show you that they are different. So yes, Gemini 1, Gemini 2, and the Rust. My favorite palette of 2022 was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metal palette. Look at it. Delicious. I love this palette. Grungy, mauve or taupey, jewel, deep jewel tone vibe. Fantastic. I love this palette. Keeping. I also have the Lorac Luxe Diamond palette. I really like the quality of Lorac. And this one was very, very nice. think it got one of my highest scores, 9 out of 10 for my Way Back Wednesday. I love the pop of red. I like the subtle pops of the shimmers. They have, some of them have diamond flecks type situations, brown tones, taupey tones, mauve tones. Really nice quality palette. And I like how big it is. Perfect. And last in this is the Unearthly Cosmetics Leather and Lace palette. I know it looks distorted, it looks weird, but yes, the color story is up my alley for an everyday neutral palette. I can go deep, I can go orangey terracotta brown vibes, and I can go berry vibes all in one palette. So 3 shimmers. I hate how big it is. Heavy it is. Not big, but heavy. It's staying in my collection. All right, let's do the small palettes and we'll be good. Let's wrap up this eyeshadow palette declutter. When I was looking at something, I realized that I missed a palette, one of my big palettes, and this is my Pat McGrath Labs Mothership 1 Subliminal palette. This is how she comes. Yeah, I haven't used it, which I think I've mentioned this palette a couple times on my channel, but I guess those are the names. And this is the color story of this palette. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. I cannot wait to touch this palette. This one looks, in the camera, it looks white, but honestly, oh, there you can see the flip. Oh, you can see the flip. The pink there. So I know that there's some kind of, I think is purple, silvery type of shade. So maybe like a multi-chrome. These are all special shades. This one is the one that spoke to me the most. These 4 special shades. Just because of the cooler color story. I'm not a huge pinky person. I do like gold for sure, but this one was calling to me the most. I do want another one. I think the number 5 with the red shade. But then when I was looking at my Jackie Aina palette, I was like, by ABH, I was like, I don't know, do I need it? Browns and a red? I can make that palette. But I probably will still and eventually get it. I was gonna get it when it was on sale, but my coins weren't looking the way I wanted them to, and I kept talking myself out of it. But anyways, I'm definitely keeping this palette. This is my only big Mothership palette that I have in my collection, and definitely keeping it in the box. And just so you know, I put all my other shadows that had boxes, I put them back in the boxes. Okay, so that's that one. Now let's go through my smaller palettes that I have, and then we'll be done with this declutter. So this first one is by Natasha Denona. I got this little mini, it's a retro mini. I don't even think it's a mini, it's a baby. It's a baby. 3 shades in a little set I got for Christmas, so I'm definitely keeping this. I think this goes good with mashing up some of the other palettes I have from Natasha Denona and other palettes I have. It's not too extravagant, but I like it. It's cute, little baby. Let's see. I got this one by Cinema Secrets. I got this in a boxy charm. I like that they're all shimmer like neutral shades. Let me see. Ooh. I think I need to be using these more. I mean, I probably went through multiple palettes and seen these colors. That's silver though. That's silver though. That one's just different. It's just in different. It looked like it got a little blue in it too. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I like little palettes as they're convenient to travel with. Easy, quick little looks you can do without too much of a fuss. Okay, so I also have this one by Natasha Denona. This is the Ayana palette. I got this in a boxy charm. I like this one because it has some cool tones. You have a nice shimmer here. This is a pretty one. This one looks has a little bit of a taupey-ness to it too, which I actually appreciate. And then you have some like, yeah, these are kind of taupey, so with a little pink taupe undertone. So yeah, gonna keep this little 5 pan. This is the bigger one of the 5 pans. So we're gonna keep that. I also have this one, which is Jubilee. These aren't ones that you can buy in the store. I got these specifically in BoxyCharm. I love this one. I think it's broke, but I love this one. I love this color here. It's so dark and rich. I think this is a cream to powder. It looks like a cream to powder. It feels like a cream to powder. I love this shade right here, this yellow. So good, so good. Definitely keeping that. I had another one that was more neutral. I think it was like, I don't know what it was called, but it was more pinky. And I ended up giving that to my cousin. So, because it wasn't really my tones, not something I would use all the time. So I have this little Pat McGrath. This is the first thing I got from Pat McGrath. And it's just shimmers. They have another one, which I think is number 3 in the mothership. I'm not sure for. That is all shimmers. And I was going to get it because it spoke to me. It has a lot of jewel tones in it, which were really, really pretty. But then when I popped open this palette, some of those were the same shades. So I was like, it ain't even worth me getting that palette if I have... Oops. If I have some of the shades in here, and these are really, really pretty. Sometimes I forget that I have these shades, these palettes, because they're in a different drawer, and I need to be pulling these out. Look at these. That's the only thing about my smaller palettes. I tend to go for them like when I'm traveling and stuff like that, but I need to like pull them out and use them. Gorgeous. Easy to use. Very smooth. So there's that. Definitely going to keep that. I got this little one by Hourglass. This is like a cream shadow, and this is Scattered Lights glittery eyeshadow in Reflect. I haven't used this, so it's still in here. It looks like a rose gold type of champagne-y shade. I'm not huge on cream shadows so much. But I do want to use that and try it out for like a base for some other shadows. I also have this little cream shadow. My friend gave me this. This is Mini, I don't know. La Mer cream color. I kind of want to keep this because I like the gold, but it's like creamy so you can warm it up. But look at that. Hopefully you can see the focus. And it's just very sheer base. But I think it will give a lot of shimmer to the eye. Just a simple one and done type of look. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that. I do have this single shadow Teeny Beauty. I have this color 10 times over. I don't even know why I'm keeping this. So I'm going to declutter that baby. I just know single shadows. That's why I don't buy them, because I'm not going to use them. This is by The Balm. These are 2 little minis that my friend have given me. This is a nice color. That's pretty. But it's not very impactful, huh? It's not in the pan what I would have assumed on my hand. I'm going to go ahead and declutter that. This is also by The Balm. It's a pink. Yeah, we're probably gonna declutter that. They're so cute though. They're so cute in those little containers, but I don't think I need them. But I have this one by Stila. This is their liquid eyeshadows. I've had these before, but I feel like they dry out fast. I had some minis. This one is a full size. I bought it because of the color. It's called Little White Lies. It's like, I haven't even used it. So let's see. Ooh, it's like a gold, white gold. Yes, very pretty. So I do like these. I just don't think they're worth full price, but I didn't buy mine full price. So I'm going to keep that, take the packaging off. I have this other cream by Danessa Myricks. This one is called Exposed. This is a really pretty color. I really like these. I think that they dry down really nicely and matte. I only have this color, but depending on what you're going for, they have different finishes It's really pretty once you blend it out, but I like the tone because it was just like a neutral kind of taupey shade. So I thought that was really, really pretty. Okay, so then I have this little Fenty Beauty Snap Shadow. This one is in Peach, number 5. I love these tones. I just love peaches. I had fun playing with this palette. Definitely could have used some depth, but there's no reason I couldn't pull that out of a different shadow. And then looking at this one, this color looks just like that one in the pan. Really, really similar to it. So I'm not missing that. I like how these all can snap together. Not the best quality, but for what it is, I think I like it, and I'm gonna keep it. And it's peach, and I like peaches. So I have this mini palette by Natasha Denona. This is the mini gold palette. This is my favorite mini that I have by far. It has greens. It has beautiful shimmer. Look at that gold. That gold has something else, and it has a green like undertone. It's so pretty. They all kind of have a green vibe. This one looks very olive, which is so nice. And then your olive matte, your mid-tone, and then a deeper. This is my favorite mini palette, and I think they got rid of it because you can't find it on Sephora anymore. But if you're able to find it, this is it. This is gorgeous, and I'm keeping it. I actually went, so they had them on sale, and I went to go buy one for my mom, and they were gone. I have this little Huda Beauty. I wasn't too keen on these little ones, but I did get this in a BoxyCharm. As you can see, I have not used it. I think I'm going to try it for Valentine's Day type of situation vibes. I think that's definitely calling. I think my camera is really penetrating the color a little bit more than it is. Like, this doesn't look, or this doesn't look really red to me. These more look pink. So to me, it might have like red undertones. So, and this is the Ruby Obsessions. I don't even know if you can get this anymore, but we'll probably play with it. All right, let's see. Oh, I have this Urban Decay single. If you can't tell though, it looks like that color that I said we're gonna see like 10 times throughout this. Yep, that's her. That is her. Why? I'm just over this color. I'm so over this color. But this one is a good one. That's a good one. Look at the shift. I'm gonna start doing shifty videos like this because you can really see the shifts. So even though I have this 10 times over, I actually really like the Urban Decay one. I'm gonna hold on to it, and yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it. I do have these 3 e.l.f. palettes. This is Truffles. These are the bite-sized eyeshadows, Truffles. This is Hot Jalapeno and I See You. They're so cute. Definitely like this one. I did a look with this and I really liked how it came out. Very simple, very to the point. The shadows, I think these are like $3 or something. So good enough quality, right? I haven't tried the Hot Jalapeno, but I really want to. I love greens and I love golds. So I think this is very pretty. I like that dark green, and then blue color story for a monochromatic look, which I can appreciate. I guess I didn't need that Winter is Coming palette from Makeup Revolution in regards to Game of Thrones, because this is blue, but I needed it. I needed it. And I am going to go ahead and keep these 3 as I still want to use these 2. And like I said, these small little palettes are great for travel. I'm not doing good on this declutter. I should have just called it an eyeshadow palette collection. Okay, so I have these 2 mini ones from the Norvina collection by ABH. This one I have the big one, but this is the Mini Pro Pigment Palette Volume 2. I have Volume 4, which is the same kind of vibes. Then this one is ABH Volume 1. I really like this one. I really like this one, and I'm not, you know, I'm not a pink and purple type person, but I use this in some looks and a beginning of last year, I think, or maybe the year before. I don't know, but I really liked how these performed. I thought they were very, very pretty. I have some different tones in here that I might not play with on a regular basis. And I think that it's a very nice color story, cohesive. I love these pigments, shadows that are like pigment shadows. Look at this hot pink. Like this, look at that. I love this palette. This one I haven't used, but I know I really like the volume 4, and the big one, I think it's volume 4 or 3. I don't know which volume it is. It's the orange one. And I really liked how they performed. So that's why I got this one. I got it at a good discount. And I think it would be a great traveling palette. So I'm going to keep both of those. Yes. So I also have this NARS. It's a mini that I got last year for their holiday collection. It's in Laguna, and it's just, you know, it's just a mini. It has 2 mattes. It has like 2 satin finish shades and then 2 metallics. I haven't used it, but it's just simple. It's like, it's just cute. It was cute. I could hold it in my palm. This would be great for travel. So that's why I got it, and I'm keeping it. Okay, I have these 2. When I tried Lorac, my bigger Lorac palette, I was like obsessed with the formula. But the thing about Lorac is a lot of them are brown shades. You don't get a lot of color. So I figure if you have one palette, you have them all. No, I could be wrong. But then I saw these little minis. I ended up getting this one. This one is the Rachel Zoe times Lorac Hollywood Glamour Mini Palette. For one, it's animal print. So cute. It's a tiny, okay? And then the inside looks like this. So pretty. These are all shimmer shades. This might even be a pressed glitter. Yeah. But it's still so pretty. And I just like the fact that those are actually pretty nice pressed glitters though. That it's just so compact and so small. I didn't realize these 2 were pressed glitters when I bought it, but yeah. These 4 though are not, but just really fun, very cute, definitely keeping. And then I also got this Lorac Mini Pro palette in Mystic Oak. Now these are cute. The color story here is fire. I mean, it's a neutral color story. They make other ones in this little packaging in different color stories. This is just the one that spoke to me the most, as it is cool tone. But you get 2 mattes, you get some shimmers and some metallic-y shades. So yes, no pressed glitters in this one. No pressed glitters. It's so pretty. So definitely keeping both of these. I like having these little minis, and they're so cute. This little palette, this is from Rowan. This is a little mini quad. I do also watch a lot of Lauren May Beauty. I really, really like her. I think she's a good YouTuber. But she's always talking about Rowan. And at the time, I had BoxyCharm, and I seen Rowan on BoxyCharm, and they're really expensive. So I decided to pick up this little quad here. And it's just a shimmer palette. But the difference with these are they're very creamy. They're very creamy shades. Like, you kind of got to take off the top layer to get to it. But once you do, it's like, oh, so pretty. I do think that they tend to crease. So you definitely want to have the right bases and stuff in on hand for these. But they're really super duper cute. Like, you see how I'm kind of digging in there? But it's not hard pan or anything. It's just like creamy. But they're so pretty. Like, now I know why she kind of... Like, this one's a little bit more chunky, but you still gotta kind of like break the barrier. And I've had these for a minute, so they last. Ooh, this one has like some purple flecks in there. This one's more chunky, but I kind of like that anyways. So yeah, very, very pretty. And I'm keeping it. I would like to try more stuff from the brand too, eventually. And last but not least, I have this mini palette by Viseart. This is the Paris Estole. I don't know, but it says Paris, and it has Paris. And I have a dog named Paris, so I had to get this palette. Plus, it's a very cool tone. For one, it's so super duper cute. Look at that. I haven't used this. This one's coming though. Best believe I'm going to use this. My dog, I have to represent for her. But you have a lot of cool tone purples. There's some blues, some pinky type rose goldy champagne-y shades. Very, very pretty color story. It definitely speaks to me smoky, you know, dark, rich vibes. So I can't wait to play with this. And I love the Viseart formula. So definitely keeping this. Yay! We're done. Let me count up how many palettes I have in my collection and I'm keeping, and then how many that I'm decluttering. Yes! So that is the end of my collection and declutter in regards to my eyeshadows and really my whole collection. I hope you'd enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite palette was that you've seen. Let me know a palette that you want me to use. If there's a palette I don't have and I need in my collection, let me know down below. Just to let you know, I did order 2 new palettes from Adept Cosmetics, and I should have them very, very shortly. I got the Minka palette. I'm excited to try it. And I also got their new release, which is inspired by Arrow. I love that show. So when she dropped that palette, I said, it's greens and it's Arrow inspired. Say less. I was trying not to buy. Thanks, Adept Cosmetics. But anyway, so that adds 2 more palettes to my collection. They're not here yet. But in regards to what you guys did see, how many palettes did I declutter and how many palettes did I keep? Obviously, you know it was not a very big declutter. I'm sorry in advance. Well, I'm sorry if that's what you want to see was a huge declutter. It just didn't happen in this round. And it won't happen if I want to keep my makeup. Like, you know, but I ended up decluttering, drumroll please, 10 palettes. 10 palettes. 10 palettes, and my mom took 2. So, not much. How many did I keep? I hope my husband is not watching this video. I really do. 102 palettes kept. Yes. And I have quite a few to go through. So I'm really excited for this year and everything that I have planned on this channel. So if you want to see what we got going on with these palettes, then definitely subscribe if you're not part of the fam. Hit that notification bell so you can be updated every time I load a new video. Definitely leave me a big thumbs up if you're feeling the vibe on this channel. And remember, there's only one way to do your makeup, and it's your way. Thanks again for sticking around in this declutter and collection video series. And we will see you next time. Have a blessed day. Peace.